Imagine knowing the day of your death, not from illness, not from age, not from accident, but because the priests have already chosen you, because the gods demand your blood, and because in this city of stone and sun, no one escapes the temple. You are the sacrifice, and these are your last days. The great city of Tenochtitlan stretches wide across the lake, its causeways gleaming, its pyramids towering above canals and markets. To the world, it is paradise, a city of gold and turquoise, of floating gardens and bustling plazas. But to you, every stone is heavy with dread, because you know which temple waits at the city's heart, and you know its steps will carry you upward for the last time. Your days begin at dawn. The priests enter your chamber, their faces painted, their voices chanting. They bring maize cakes and water, feeding you as though you are sacred. You are chosen, they tell you. You are blessed. But blessing feels like a chain. Each bite tastes of fear. You eat because they command you. You eat because you must have strength to die. They lead you through the temple courts, past murals painted with jaguars, serpents, suns. Children bow as you pass. Women scatter flower petals at your feet. Men raise their hands in reverence. You are honored as no commoner is ever honored. And yet, you have never felt smaller. Because honor means nothing when your blood will soon flow down the stone steps. At night, the drums echo. The plaza fills with dancers, their bodies painted, their feathers flashing. Fires burn high, casting shadows that leap across the temple walls. You watch from behind the priest's veil. The people sing to the gods, voices rising like waves, like thunder. And though they celebrate you, though they call you sacred, you feel only cold. Because each beat of the drum is a countdown. Each song another nail in your coffin. The priests do not let you forget. They paint your body with chalk, marking symbols of the sun and moon across your chest. They rub incense into your skin until you smell of smoke and resin. You will carry the world, they say. Your heart will feed the gods. But your heart is heavy with terror. You wonder if the gods hear your fear. You wonder if they will laugh. You dream restless dreams. Of temple steps slick with blood, of knives flashing in the sun, of your own chest splitting open, your heart lifted skyward, still beating. You wake in the dark, your body trembling, your breath ragged. And still, the drums echo. Always the drums. The city treats you as more than human. Merchants bring gifts, cacao, feathers, carved jade. Mothers bring their children to touch your hand, as though your skin carries blessing. But you see pity in their eyes. They honor you not because of who you are, but because of what you will become, a body, a sacrifice, a memory. And memories fade. As the final day nears, your body is bathed in sacred water. They shave your head, leaving only a single lock adorned with feathers. They dress you in bright robes, red and white, colors of blood and purity. The garments weigh on you like chains. You stare at your reflection in the polished obsidian mirror. The face looking back is not yours anymore. It belongs to the gods. You walk through the city once more. The market is alive with sound. Sellers crying out their wares, children laughing, dogs barking. The smell of maize and chili drifts through the air. Life continues as always. But not for you. For you, every sight, every sound, every scent is sharper, brighter, heavier. Because you know they are your last. You look at the lake, glittering under the sun. You look at the mountains, their peaks kissing the sky. You look at the people, rushing, laughing, living. And you wonder if they will remember you tomorrow, or if your name will already be gone. Night falls. The priests lead you back to your chamber. The drums beat louder. The fires burn higher. The air is thick with smoke and chanting. You kneel, your forehead pressed to cold stone. And you whisper, not to the priests, not to the people, but to yourself. Just one more night. Just one more breath. Because tomorrow, the temple waits. Tomorrow, the knife gleams. Tomorrow, the gods feast. And you will climb the steps of Tenochtitlan for the last time. Dawn comes heavy. The sun rises over the lake, red as blood, its light spilling across the city. The temples glow, the canals shimmer, the air thick with smoke. And you know this is your last morning. The priests enter your chamber, their bodies painted in black and red, their headdresses towering with feathers. They do not smile. They do not speak. They tie cords of cotton around your wrists, your ankles, your chest. They call it holy. But to you, it feels like chains. They lead you into the courtyard. The plaza is filled already, Thousands gathered, their voices rising like a tide. Children sit on their fathers' shoulders, women clutch flowers, men pound drums that shake the earth. All eyes turn to you. Chosen one, they chant. Sacred one. You walk barefoot across the stone, petals scattering at your feet. Your robes are bright, red and white, heavy with embroidery. The cotton cords dig into your skin. You bow your head. You do not want them to see your fear. But your heart pounds so loud. You wonder if even the gods can hear it. The temple looms above you. A pyramid of stone, its steps steep, its summit crowned with smoke and fire. The stairway stretches endless, each step carved with symbols of gods who devour hearts and drink blood. You stare at the top, and you wonder if you will have the strength to climb. The priests begin the ascent. You follow, guarded on both sides. The crowd roars below, their voices deafening. Drums thunder, flutes shriek, shells rattle. Each step feels like a mountain. Each breath feels stolen. The higher you climb, the smaller the people below become, until they are only a sea of faces, endless, faceless, waiting. The wind grows sharper, carrying incense and smoke. The temple stones are warm under your feet, slick from old blood, though they tell you it is only rain. You know better. At the summit, the altar waits. A slab of black stone, its surface cold, its grooves darkened from countless sacrifices before you. Behind it, the great idol towers, its mouth carved wide, its eyes glaring down, forever hungry. The priests spread their arms to the sky. Today we feed the gods, they chant. Today the sun lives another day. They turn to you. Their faces are shadows beneath their headdresses, but their eyes glint with fire. You know they will not hesitate. The crowd falls silent below. Only the drums remain, beating like a heart, slow, steady, inescapable. You are laid upon the altar. Your back presses against the cold stone, your arms stretched wide, your chest exposed to the sky. The cords cut into your wrists. The sun blazes above, blinding your eyes. You hear the crowd chanting again, louder, faster. Your breath comes shallow. Your body trembles. The high priest raises the obsidian blade. It gleams black and sharp, catching the light of the sun. Time slows. You remember your mother's voice when you were small, singing lullabies by the fire. You remember chasing birds along the lake shore. You remember laughter, warmth, life. And you realize you do not want to be a god's feast. You only want to live. Your lips part. You try to cry out, but the drums drown your voice. The blade descends. It pierces your chest, cold fire ripping through flesh and bone. Your breath stops. Your eyes widen. Pain floods you, hotter than the sun, sharper than the obsidian. You cannot move. You cannot breathe. And then, silence. The priest's hands reach inside. He lifts your heart high, red and beating, dripping blood that glistens in the sun. The crowd erupts, a roar that shakes the sky. Life to the gods. Life to the sun. Your vision blurs. The sky above darkens, the idol looms, the flames flicker. You see nothing else. Your body is rolled from the altar, tumbling down the temple steps, blood streaking stone, petals sticking to your skin. Children cheer. Drums thunder. The lake reflects the fire, the smoke, the sacrifice. And the sun rises higher, burning bright as ever. By nightfall, no one speaks your name. You are gone, another offering in a city built on offerings. The people feast, the priests chant, the fires burn. And the temple waits for the next body. Your heart lies buried in the idol's shadow, your blood soaked into the stone. You fed the gods. You saved the sun. But no one will remember you. You were the sacrifice. And your last days are done. Imagine being honored not for who you are, but for how you will die. Would you climb the temple steps, or would you fight for one more breath? For more untold lives and forgotten fates, subscribe to Refound Legacy.